Hey everybody, welcome back. So recently, this weekend, a friend asked me if people treat me differently now that I have cancer. And frankly, it was hard to answer because most days I'm focused on what I need to do to just get through the day. And when I'm feeling good, I don't really think about it much at all. But it does change from person to person. We're all human. That can't be helped. So the the most common phenomenon that I've noticed is the eyebrows. The sympathy brows. Oh, Ed, how are you doing? You know, it's going to be the first most common question, especially if you're not sick. That's what people say. How are you? How are you doing? But some folks can't help but ask it twice, like one at the beginning when they first see you, and then later. It's as if the conversation in between that you've been having was a lie on their part just to make you comfortable enough to admit how you really are. How are you? Really? No, stop. How are you? So there's two other types that I find kind of funny. And it's because they're polar opposites. Some friends are softies, even though they may check out the updates and they may keep in decent contact with me. They may still treat me as if I'm frail, like just released from the hospital, and I'm just suffering all the time. Now there are rough patches, especially from the chemo, and no, I'm not as strong as I used to be. But, I'm fairly independent, even now. It's a thing I didn't realize that I enjoyed and took pride in until I couldn't anymore and I had to ask for help. But really, except for heavy lifting or other strenuous activity, like heavy exercise, I'm doing better every day. So at the other end of that spectrum are what I think of as the boosters. And they probably remember who you were and what you used to do. So they invite you to do things like late night dancing or spelunking or a Tough Mudder competition. Hey, Ed, I just left a voicemail. Were you out running? Like, running? I'm happy that I can take stairs two at a time and make it to the top and not curl up into a little net ball fetus position, But anyway, so it's true. I'm doing yoga. I'm riding a bike. I'm taking longer, faster walks. But let's just slow our roll here, people, and not put the carts before the horses. Part of why I do these updates is let folks know how I'm doing, and to dispense information in one place. And Give Forward has been the home of Team Ed since everything started. So everything is just in one place. I'm an open book. I'll tell you anything you want to know. I'll talk all about this stuff all day long. It's fine. And some folks, they're kind of like, I don't know. They're kind of like the interviewers or like students, and they really want to get into the details. They might keep up with the updates, but then they may ask redundant questions, kind of like swarms of residents in teaching hospitals, that my cancer people feel me, what I'm talking about. And they ask their questions and then they like really lean into it. They really want to know. They want to get to the bottom of it. It'd be like, so what can you eat, Ed? What kind of stuff can you eat? Are you eating? Are you passing it? What type of chemo are they giving you? Will it change the consistency of your sweat? I don't know. I get a lot of questions. Now I'm really glad that they're interested in my well-being, but it's interesting. Like, does anybody really care that much about all the details? Do you remember that stuff? I don't remember half that stuff. So don't get me wrong. I don't take any of the interest in my well-being for granted at all. Thank you. And I'm not trying to be such a jerk that I'm actually annoyed by it. But not everybody knows how to deal with having someone they know in this situation. And we're all just doing the best we can, myself included. I've actually got really close friends that have either reached out to me like once since this started, or maybe not at all since diagnosis. And I used to be kind of bitter about that. We're good friends, right? But the more I've gotten to think about it, it's not necessarily a reflection, like the true colors of our relationship. But it just could be that they can't deal with this, that someone they know got this sick or is facing death, so they kind of ghost out. So we'll just we'll let them off the hook for now. As a patient, as a cancer survivor, it is best for us to keep doing what we're doing, and we need to feel okay right now. Just do whatever makes you feel good, and expedite our recovery with a combination of doctor's orders and living as much life as we can in the way that's true to us. You do you, as the kids say, as they spray paint on my sidewalk. Kids. We should also be grateful to the well-wishers and forgiving when we hear some of the things like I mentioned, as cancer people, cancer fighters. You may hear it over and over, and it's kind of entertaining that you do. So just remember, they love you and they want to be good to you, and they've got their own way of showing it. So, hey, thanks again for watching. Plenty of other updates. Give forward donations. Taken 24/7, and I